welcome. Okay, that's not a really exciting. Welcome. All right. This is a happy time, right, Grants? Good. Well, I get the pleasure of kicking off this wonderful pinning ceremony. My name is Amy Teprovich, and I'm the campus president here, and I'd like to welcome all of you to share in this special event with our graduates of our DMS program. So let's give a round of applause. I don't know, I'm sure you've heard this from them, but let me make sure you hear it from me. This is our hardest associate degree here at Kaiser. Right? You got all the war rooms to prove it. Yes. So I'm sure you heard about that just a little bit over the course of their program. So it is a testament to how outstanding these graduates are that they are sitting here, because it is a hard program and fast-paced. So we are just really excited to celebrate this moment. Pinning ceremonies are this special rite of passage in allied health programs. So it's really great because this is the first one in the graduation season. So we're really excited to be able to share it with our DMS graduates. So my advice, I always like to give a piece of advice, graduates. Ready? Never stop learning. Even when you're out in your jobs, you never stop learning. That is so important, and it will take you so far. So remember that. And don't ever forget about us. Come back and visit, okay? And continue your education. So before I turn it over, let me turn and give a shout out to the fabulous faculty here. They're all sitting very quietly. I know they're not quiet in their classrooms. This team of faculty has done a really outstanding job of preparing them, and so thank you all for your dedication. And one more shout out to the family and friends that are here. I know there were a lot of tears probably along the way, maybe a few, right? Pep talks. Okay, there you go. See, there's a mom back. Yeah, pep talks, right? Some tears. You had to be there. Yes, I know, we've all been there. So that's so important. So thank you for being here to celebrate and to show your support. So I get the pleasure of turning the floor over to our program director. Oh, Josh, you want to talk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Josh wants to. Okay, then I'm going to turn it over to Josh Ward, the man, the myth, the legend, our director of student services.
Thank you. So again, my name is Josh Ward. I'm the Director of Student Services here on the campus, and I am fortunate enough that almost every day that they were on campus, I got to be right in there in the mix with them, which I love, but that also means I've seen all the smiles and all the celebrations and all the laughs, and then I saw the downside of the roller coaster too, the struggles and the meltdowns and the tears, but the reason I say that is you guys probably experienced that too. And I kind of want to talk on their behalf, because one of the more frustrating things in life is when we go through something and we try to tell people about it and they can't quite relate. So you kind of feel like, trust me when I say whatever emotions you saw them experience, they were justified and validated. This is an extremely difficult program. So when they were celebrating, they earned it. When the struggles were there, they were real. So now that they are done, we're almost done here, and they are earning their degree, best believe when I say they earned it, I mean it, and we are extremely proud of them. On a more personal note, I love my job. Inherently, my job is very fun, and I'll be the first one to admit that. And part of that, with our department, Angel and I, now Steve and I, we try to impart some of that fun, some of that joy in our job to the students. We always try to leave the students with something, some memory, whether it was with us, something funny that happened, or a support system that we were, or resumes, interviewing, what have you, or maybe even like a newfound appreciation or resentment for Halloween. Something that they can take with them going in the future. But that's what we try to do for them. Very rarely, every now and then, in fact, this might be the first time they've ever heard me say this, we run into a cohort that we're fortunate enough does that for us and kind of leaves an impression on us and gets to remind me why I am so thankful and happy in the job and the role that I am here at this school. And they did that. I have unique relationships with each of them for all different reasons. And I want to thank you all, genuinely and truly, on behalf of Angel as well, because he feels the same way, for making this campus what it was and the experience that we had with you what it was, because we don't take it for granted. It's just very special, so thanks. But tonight isn't about me, it's not about Angel, it's not about us, it's not about the school, it's about our graduates. So with that said, please just know we are extremely proud of you. Can't wait to see you get pinned, just like we saw most of you walk the stage, and don't be strangers. This is just the beginning. If you ever need anything, we're always going to be here. So thank you again, and congratulations.
Welcome, everybody. I don't know what everybody's talking about. Once you guys are done, I don't want to ever see you again. Just kidding. So my name is Rita Atik, and I am the program director. I'm sure you have heard my name. I'm sure you've heard a lot of things before and after my name. I'm used to it. So before I introduce them, I do want to introduce the staff, because this is not a one-man show or one-woman show. To run a program is extremely difficult. It's not just a program director. So I'm going to introduce, and they can stand up and face you, because we're going to be pinning. So our clinical coordinator, Deborah Levesque. And our instructors, Adrian Maza. Other instructors, Idelmis Mendez. Our newest instructor, Melinda Pavlovic. I think the students can attest that this faculty spends a lot of time with students, and not just lecturing, but lab and counseling and all that other stuff that comes with it. We've all been through a DMS program. It's not a walk in the park by any means. So, and I'm not saying it's the hardest program ever, but it is a extremely difficult field. It's a really tech-dependent field. And as our president says, your learning never stops. And I tell this to the students, that this is not a time that you're going to just never open books again, because I work in the field as a PRN at a hospital, and it's funny that I work with some of the graduates, and they training me on some, not how to scan, because I know how to do that, but as far as like scan, their protocols, and they're like, they feel so weird. They're like, I'm teaching you? I'm like, yeah, and I'm never too proud to not be taught. I'm never going to come out there and say that I don't know, right? I'm like, I don't know how to do this procedure. Can you just help me with this procedure? Because I don't know how to set up. So you're never going to stop. And if you're ashamed of learning, then that's when you're going to fail. So I'm extremely proud of them. I know they've had some bumps in the road, and the best thing to do is walk through those bumps, because if you walk around it or back up, you'll never get to your finish point. So the end, you got one more week, but the end is almost here as far as here, and hopefully your careers are as rewarding for you, because not only do you learn a field, a trade, but you've made some very good friends along the way, right? I think you guys have made very good friends, and hopefully, as I know I've been a tech for 30-something years, I'm still friends with the students that I went to school with. So I wish you guys the same. And I'm going to now introduce these in alphabetical order, so I don't get accused. Are you flipping these, or are we correct here? You're just keeping that? Josh?
I have.
Oh, you're doing. Oh, you got the flip. I'm sorry. Okay, so the first we're going to bring up to the stage is Dana Carroll.
We just go this way, right? So I can meet her wherever.
Oh, sorry. Engelmeyer. Is Cameron Gentry. Hannah Goodlett. Spencer Lapatini.
I look for the simple and easy. You can move it if you want. Keisha Pierre Lewis. I didn't really laugh that hard. This one has my number, so.
She'll text and say, I have a question.
Too.
20 minutes goes by. Are you gonna ask him? I have a question. Mia Signor. Smith. This time, I'd like to see if any of the students want to make a speech, or any of the family members want to come up and say something. They're all being shy all of a sudden. Should have made it a homework assignment. Last one. Okay, I'll move over here.
Alright, so I just had some words to say on behalf of us. We want to say thank you to our family members for being so understanding during these past 18 months. We can all agree that it felt like we were drowning at some point. We could not have done it without all of you. We also want to thank to each one of our instructors for being there to look up to. We appreciate all the constructive criticism, even when it didn't feel so constructive. We also admire your patience with all our complaints that we had, because it was a lot. Thank you for pushing us to be better every day. As we receive our pen, let's take a moment to appreciate how far we've come, from the early days of pretending to understand what Rita was trying to teach us during physics, to confidently navigating through anatomical puzzles. We've truly earned these stripes, both metaphorically and on those scrubs. Amidst all the laughs and jail spills, we've learned invaluable lessons, like how every patient's abdomen is a unique landscape waiting to be explored, and what patience is indeed a virtue, especially when scanning someone who's had one too many cups of coffee. Let's pledge to always bring a bit of humor and humanity to the table, because behind every image we capture, there's a person trusting us to unravel mysteries and provide answers with a smile. Thank you.
Anybody else? Nothing? Well, if you wanted, more than welcome to use the stage to take pictures with your graduates. Help yourself to snacks. We'll be around if you guys want to snap some pictures. Help yourself, do whatever you guys want. You still have to go to school tomorrow.